Bahamians who were looking forward to attending the holiday carnival this year will be disappointed. Press Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Clint Watson, announcing on Thursday that the Ministry of Health and Wellness has decided that it will not give approval for the holiday carnival to be held. This despite the fact that the operators of the annual Christmas Carnival, which has not operated in the Bahamas since the COVID-19 pandemic started last year, have already started setting up equipment and was set to open tomorrow.
The fact of the matter is the risk outweighs any benefit envisioned. During the application process, the responsiveness and behavior of the persons associated with the request for approval has been less than ideal, as emails have gone unanswered, and the illusion made in the press that the Ministry of Health and Wellness does not have any jurisdiction on the holding of the carnival has given rise to concern of the level of regard for this ministry that is required for the ministry to have confidence that it can help organizers manage and guide this event safely.
Watson says the Ministry of Health's Advisory Committee has identified two groups that could be negatively impacted if the carnival were approved.
Specifically, children aged 11 years and younger do not have access to any vaccines against COVID-19 in the Bahamas, which leaves them susceptible to contracting the virus and spreading it. For younger adults, they've been identified by data as being the largest group of individuals who have tested positive for the COVID-19 virus across all three waves.
At the end of the day, Watson says the Ministry of Health and Wellness was not satisfied with the responses it got from the operators of the carnival, nor was it confident carnival officials would be able to consistently enforce COVID rules. Nonetheless, Carnival manager Joe Albert says he's still hoping the government will reconsider, noting the expense involved in bringing the massive rides to the Bahamas.
But the boats are expensive. Mr. McCafferty, who owns the carnival, he handles all of the expenses. But I know a ship ain't cheap. But we're going to work on it and see if there's any. We invited them to come out and look at it and see how they like how safe it is. So maybe they will reconsider,
They didn't come yet?
No one ever came to look at it yet.
They're saying the carnival never responded to Ministry of Health concerns. But who exactly gave the carnival permission to set up at Fort Charlotte in the first place? Watson said the operators likely received approval from other government ministries and agencies to bring in equipment, but never received the final go-ahead from the Ministry of Health.
While ordinarily, had things been the same on the health front and there'd be no change with this virus, they might have been granted approval. But the Ministry of Health felt with what was developing in the new strain and the timing of it and the lack of response, it was not the wise thing to do. And so we have to abide by them. So while there may be one entity in government saying, okay, we have no problem with us, our concerns are satisfied, we have to wait on health. Health says, well, y'all may be satisfied, but we're not satisfied. And that changes the whole game.
He also shot down claims that Prime Minister Philip Davis gave the operators approval to come in.
The Prime Minister is quite clear he's not going to sacrifice the health of the Bahamian people for any event. He has to be sure that protocols are in place and that it is secure for the Bahamian people, particularly when you're dealing with young people, the most vulnerable of our population.
For the Guardian News Network, I'm Kyle Joaquin.